It was Sam Ewing, not Patrick Ewing, who once said, and I quote, "Hard work spotlights the character of people. Some turn up their sleeves, some turn up their noses, while some don't turn up at all." Man, welcome to Manspective. It's iron sharpening iron. And I'm not here alone, but we're here to cover, to care, and to connect. Man, it's all about sports. It's all about spirituality. It's all about sustainability. And what would Batman be without the Joker, the Riddler, or the Catwoman? Man, you never come into a fight by yourself. Man, I'm so glad to have with me up on top of me. Talk to me, sir.
That's L.A. Hill.
L.A. Hill down the bottom. Always
Jason
holding
Scott.
us together.
Yes,
Jason
sir.
Scott, man, it is so good to have you guys with us once again. And to all of you all who are sharing with us, man, welcome to Manspective. Man, on behalf of the church that changes lives, man, we want to thank you for sharing with us today. You know, it is about sports. It is about spirituality. It is about sustainability. And when we talk about all three of those, particularly sustainability, man, come on. Who really is the best current NBA player? Come on, talk back to me, fellas. LA, I see you smiling. Come on, jump on it, sir.
Well, for me, I'm gonna go with KD. To be honest with you, I think KD is, and for me, I like when I talk about the best NBA player, I look at the complete package. I look at mid range, I look at defense, I look at 3-point shooting, I look at assists, I look at rebounding, and I just think KD is a complete package. he has no weakness in his game. When you ask me, of course, we know he's a bona fide scorer, one of the best scorers in league history. He picked up his defense ever since he played with Golden State. And if you need a bucket, who you gonna go to besides KD?
Wow. I mean, that's good because when I think about the best player, and I'm letting you right out the gate, I don't have one, but I mean, you got to think about attitude. You got to think about appreciation for the game. Of course, you got to think about ability and adjusting to play above their game. I think good players advance beyond the regular season. Come on, talk to me. Talk to me, Jason Scott. Who you got, man?
I know we're not always giving, enough license to go back and comment on the presenter who presented just prior to us, but KD left all his defense in Golden State. I got to say that for the record. Okay, now he had a great series where he was blocking some shots. I didn't know he could do that, but I haven't seen him play defense in Brooklyn. There are no D's in Brooklyn. Now,
that's good, Jason. That's good.
I'm going to go with Kawhi Leonard. Balanced player, heart of a champion, will drag a team to a championship if he has two legs. And scores from the mid-range, obviously can go to the cup, can back up, fade away over 7-footers from the deep corner for the game-winning deep threes. I like Kawhi as the best player in the game right now. And I got to tell y'all, we talk about this eyelash link between who's the best player right now, in my opinion. It's no one player who's just so dominant that we name him the dominant best player in the game right now.
Well, I hope he's praying in the spirit because he sure don't be doing a whole lot of talking. But anyway, I mean, the point that I'm making is that in this season, man, the current player, the best current player, man, he has to be a combination of everything. I mean, I like KD, but KD ain't got no weight. I mean, can he really post somebody up that's got more weight than him? I'm just asking. I don't know, but I mean, since you said KD, LA, what you got to say about that, sir?
I mean, if you put KD in the post, he's gonna turn around and shoot that turn around jump on you.
That's right.
His reach is so long that you can't block it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he can get the space he needs to score anywhere on the court.
Pastor Ferb, I got to say, though, I don't recall a post play in all the playoffs. I mean, I
Isn't
just
that
don't
crazy?
recall anybody backing down to the block for anything.
They don't back down no
up,
more.
And
They don't back down no more, man. It was somebody I just saw the other day. I think it was Rodman, and I mean, I ain't giving him no promotion. But Rodman said, man, basketball ain't coming down shooting 50-footers. You're right. Ain't nobody posting up nobody no more.
Now, I love a post game, but what I will say is today's game is beautiful. It requires a lot of skill, and the guys are knocking down jump shots. Everybody's got a handle 1 through 5. I think the game is beautiful right now. I love the floor.
Well, I agree with you. I like it. I mean, I like the acceleration of it. I'm a guy, so I love the shooters. I love the Bookers. I love, the Currys. Damian Leonard. I love those guys. They are shooters. Harding. I love the guards. So, but you can't always shoot a 3-pointer. You need somebody down on the post. Huh?
I remember when LeBron was in Miami in the championship. He gets the rock against Dallas. He's in the post. Somebody kicks it down to him. He's got Jason Kidd on his hip. Mm-hmm. LeBron looks over his shoulder, absolutely, positively does not know what to do now that he's in the post.
Wow. He
kicks the ball out. I started pulling my hair out of my head. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I just fundamentally, I didn't understand it literally. It was so foreign to me.
They'll tell you,
give it away.
They'll tell you he made the right play. That's.
Now, we went to see Hakeem that summer, and all of a sudden he came back with a post game.
Absolutely.
So he recognized the flaw in his game, and I always credit the man. He finds his own flaws in his game, and he goes and corrects them in the offseason. So,
well, man, an ugly person can make himself feel like he's beautiful if he keeps telling himself that long enough. Man, I mean, I'm talking about sustainability. And with that on mind, I mean, let's talk a little football just for a little bit. Man, what do you think about these guys and these decisions that they're making based upon their health and continuing to play the sport? I mean, mental health over the game. Come on, talk back to me, LA.
I think it's huge that they choosing mental health over the game because we see a lot of athletes go through a lot of things mentally, and in today's time, they not only have to worry about what's on the court, but they are triggered by what's going on off the court too. I mean, we saw in the playoffs last year they was contending with the Black Lives Matter movement. A lot of black men we know are targeting, police shooters that are unarmed, and that drives home for a lot of men. And then not only men, but we see athletes as far as our women. Simone Biles took out, stepped out the Olympics for a minute because of her mental health. The tennis player Naomi, she taking a break because of all the stresses. And as men, we have to be able to recognize when we are overstressed too, and step back from the game of our life, and seek mental health, and seek therapy for things that we're going through to make us better men, whether it's a husband, a father, or a better man in general.
Well, LA, you invited Inky. I think it was Inky Johnson who came to us a while back, and one of the things that he said that sticks to me even today. He says, "Man, the strong brother needs to check on the strong brother."
Absolutely.
And a lot of times, brothers are so enamored in what they're doing that their pride won't allow them to reach out for help. I mean, but in this season, man, you got to be honest with yourself, and particularly, when you're playing football, man, you got to really deal with not only what's on the field, but also what you got to deal with when you get off the field and you pull up in your garage and got to go into that crib at night. I mean, what's happening? What's happening?
That's right. So traditionally, I mean, we always want to put our athletes on a pedestal.
Right.
I mean, we think that typically they are somehow superhuman. But the fact of the matter is we all have to deal with life outside of sports.
That's
and
good.
when the sport is actually your job and your livelihood, I mean, you still have to have some separation. And oftentimes we find that some of these athletes don't know how to separate.
Man,
I mean,
that's
for
good,
decades
Jason.
and decades, we have seen how athletes can't make the transition away from the spotlight of sports.
Wow.
When those bodies start to fail, and then we see they break down personally and their lives break down. And it's, we see that, the story doesn't end well when they're unable to transition. So now
that's good, Jason.
Yeah,
that's good. No, I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's good. You know what? I thought about that. And perhaps if there's a brother who just needs to hear this, but y'all can correct me, because I've been wrong before. But Superman to me was dysfunctional. I think Clark Kent was the man. I mean, Superman liked Lois Lane, but he didn't have the mental capacity to tell that girl that he liked her. But Clark Kent, that brother with them big thick glasses, man, had his A game on. I ain't messing with you, LA. My point is mental health is so important. And a lot of times we can camouflage what we're really going through by the attention that we project by what we do. But man, it's a serious season, and brothers are taking that into consideration, and I ain't got no problem with them. I mean, I'm on point with brothers who are thinking about themselves better than they are just about the money, quote unquote. Anybody else got a response to that? I think that's good, sure. Jason. Thank you, sir.
There's some great things going on in mental health. I mean, y'all know, obviously, mental health is a ongoing conversation in my house with Dr. SOS, always right around the corner. So we talk about that quite a bit.
I guess, mental health over the game is very important. And you know what? We talk about sports, we talk about spirituality, we talk about sustainability. I think the team that's going to win it all will have good mental health.
I totally agree.
Who you got coming out? Who you got coming out of these conferences? The AFC. I mean, who you got? Who you got? The AFC North. Who you got? Who's coming out of there? The AFC North. You got the Baltimore Ravens. You got the Cincinnati Bengals. You got the Cleveland Browns or the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think the Steelers are last because that's where they need to be. But anyway, that's another story. Who you got? Who you got coming? AFC North.
Ravens.
The Ravens.
Yeah.
Wow. So he paid you to say that? Because I know LA like the Ravens.
He didn't have to, I think they're going to do what they're going to do. They're going to get out there and run over some folks. And Lamar is going to show people once again, all the doubters, that he is a complete quarterback, and he has the benefit of having great legs. Go ahead, LA.
Ain't no doubt about that. LA, I know you can speak on that.
Well, I'm a huge Ravens fan, and I'm gonna think with my mind, not my heart, because when I look at the AFC North, and I look at how our team is constructed now, and with our running back situation and our wide receiver situation, I think we may get off to a slow start, and I think Cleveland might get off to a fast start, and actually be hard for us to catch up. So we probably be looking at a wild card game while Cleveland wins the AFC North.
Wow. Well, you know what? I like the Ravens, and I actually like your quarterback. But I also like Tomlin, and plus he's got a homeboy that used to eat pork chop at my house. Them Edmond boys from Danville. So I like Steelers because of Tomlin. I like the Steelers because of the Edmond boys, and I think they have missed it for the past years. I think they may do something this year. I really do. I think they may do something this year.
Hey, Pastor Fur, I want to make a suggestion. That anybody who's watching, that they commit and they start putting their picks in the chat, just like we're committing right now on screen. If you want to make a real commitment to this conversation, so that we can go back and in the chat have something to talk about, go ahead and commit to putting your picks in the chat.
Steelers, Browns, Ravens, or the Bengals. Who you got? NFC North. Who you got? NFC North. What about the NFC South? NFC South. Come on, talk back to me. Who we got? We got the Texans. We got the Titans. We got the Jaguars. And then we got those Indianapolis Colts. Who you got coming out the South, AFC? Talk back to me, LA. Talk to me, sir.
I got the Titans. I mean, of course, you can't stop Derrick Henry. He give you that stiff arm, Mr. Rap.
Yes, sir.
But then you got Brown on one side and Julio Jones on the other.
Julio.
So that's gonna open up the field for Derrick Henry. And I mean, you can't double either wide receiver because one ain't gonna get off. So I just think Tennessee got a lot this year.
Wow. You know what? I didn't realize that Julio. I just found out that Julio, was now with the Texans, and I got to go with the Texans out of the AFC South too. I mean, they got a balance. They got, who the quarterback? Who's quarterbacking for?
Pastor Fur, you going the Texans or the Titans?
Titans.
My bad.
Okay.
Titans.
Yeah. All right. Whoa. Something we don't know, sir. All right.
Titans, Texans, testimony. I was trying to alliterate.
Well, I like the Titans too. I think the AFC South is pretty shallow, and I like that the Titans are pretty balanced. And the addition of Julio is a nice addition, and it'll make a difference in some key games.
Wow. So we got the Colts, we got the Texans, we got the Titans. Nobody pulling for the Jaguars in Jacksonville. My bad. Gotta go. We gotta go, man. Who else you got? We got the West, the East.
AFC West.
Who's the next one? The AFC East. Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins, New England Patriots, and the New York Jets. Who you got? Who you got, Jason? Who you got?
I'm going with the Bills. I like the quarterback. Okay, he's been consistent. He's consistently getting better. I like that the team was very competitive last year. I like that they fought through and they made a difference. So, I'm going with the Bills again. I look to see that they're going to improve again this year.
That quarterback is like 6'4", 6'5". He's a sleeper, but he's a big kid. And then you got Beasley, and then you got Diggs. And guess what, y'all? You got another boy from Danville. You got that Edmonds boy, middle linebacker. I'm telling you, I'm going with the Bills. What about you, LA? What about you?
Hey, I'm going to go with the Bills, too. I mean, they showed me something in the playoffs. Of course, they beat us only because, Lamar got hurt in the second half. But that's another here and there. But
I'm getting my violin.
LA and this injury talk, man. It's something else, man.
Hey, it's always variables that causes things to happen. So that's what I'm sticking to. But the Bills got it. But I wouldn't sleep on the Jets though, because their young quarterback looking kind of nice. and the way he's slinging that ball with the Jets. But my pick is the Bills.
You know,
Wow.
quick commentary about the Jets. They're an
Go,
easy
go ahead.
team
What
to
you
get
say, Jay?
excited about. It's a quick commentary about the Jets. They're an easy team to get excited about. You know, they have put some things in place, but as an organization, good Lord, they are just about letting you down, even for as much potential as they have organizationally, just to let you down time after time after time. Even Bill
Yeah.
Parcells left. I mean, come on.
Yeah, they win 2 games on Madden, but then they lose 8. I ain't pulling with the Jets neither. I'm sorry, I can't pull with the Jets. But anyway, the Jets, the Patriots, the Dolphins, Buffalo, LA, and I, we both going with Buffalo. I mean, Jason, you going with who?
I'm going with Buffalo as well.
All three
Absolutely.
of us going with Buffalo. Man,
Yes, sir.
Buffalo need to sow the seed because man, they got the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost pulling for them. Come on, y'all, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. AFC East, brothers, what's your choice? Ladies, what's your choice? Is it the Bills? Is it the Dolphins? Is it the Patriots? Or is it the Jets? Brother
Put
from
in the chat.
Manspective, man, we pulling with the Bills. We pulling with the Bills. Come on, we got one more. Who is it? The AFC West?
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
West, yes.
AFC West. Wow. Now,
Hey.
when you look at the West, I mean, of course, you gotta start with Kansas City. I know you got Denver. I know you got the Raiders. You know, they're probably playing the slots, not the sluts, but the slots. But anyway, and then you got the Chargers. I mean, y'all, I think Kansas City, hands down. In my opinion, Kansas City. I like that quarterback. I like him. And they got the fastest man in football, that number 11. I mean,
Tyreek.
oh man. I mean, I like the Chiefs. I like them.
So the only variables there is will the quarterback stay healthy and will the left tackle stay healthy? If those two positions are healthy, look for Kansas City to be leading that division. To me, it's that simple.
Text Mahomes and tell him to take out that guard often to dinner. And I guarantee you, he gonna block better.
Get him a
Talk back
Rolex.
to me, LA. Talk back to me.
Yeah, they showed up their offensive line. I mean, we gave them one for some draft picks, so they got a decent tackle now, so that helped them a lot. So I mean, Kansas City, I don't see nobody beating them in that division. To be honest with you.
I don't either. I mean, and I like their colors. I like that red because you know I'm Lake Taylor. But I just like the Chiefs. I like the Chiefs, and I think they're gonna do well. Come on, talk back to me, Manspective. Who you got? Who you got, ladies? Who you got, men? Who you got, young brothers? Do you have Kansas City? Do you have Vegas? Do you have the Raiders from Vegas? The Chargers? I mean, who you got? Who you got? AFC West. Ain't nobody say nothing about Denver Broncos.
Nope.
They're so high up, they gotta be low. But anyway, that's another story for another day. Come on, can we go to the NFC? Can we go to the NFC?
Let's do
NFC North. NFC North, man. Come on, y'all know we're excited about this year. The NFC North, man. Chicago Bears, the Detroit Lions, the Green Bay Packers, and Mr. Aaron, and the Minnesota Vikings.
That's right.
Who you got? Talk to me, LA. Who you got?
I mean, you know, I got to go with Aaron, man. He on a mission this year. Like they plan him in with Green Bay. Whenever he got a chip on his shoulder, he get MVP. So he gonna be throwing it. Devontae, him and Devontae doing the little Pippen and Jordan dance, last dance. So they about to go out in style.
Now,
Talk to me, Jason. Who you got, sir?
Okay, so also Aaron been in his Bible too. Okay, he on the low. He ain't ready to just talk about Jesus to everybody, but he has been in his Bible, and he talks about his meditation time. Okay, he might be calling it meditation time, but it's prayer time.
Well, you know, the race is not to the swift nor the battle to the strong, but it's to he that endureth unto the end. I think Aaron is about to show his best stuff at the end. He gonna be like that wedding feast in Cana. You say the best for the last. I'm going with Green Bay too. Come on, talk back to me, LA. What was you going to say, sir?
No, I definitely agree. I mean, it's gonna be Green Bay. Chicago might be a sleeper, depending on their quarterback. If they get Justin Fields out there, that's going to throw a lot of defenses off because they don't know how a lot of game tape on them. So they make it, a few games in, they may, shake up some things, but I think Green Bay going to hold off.
The Bears, the Lions, the Packers, or the Vikings. Nobody mentioned anything about Minnesota. Come on, y'all. Throw a phone to Mr. Dan Bannister. Come on, the Vikings. The Vikings. Got that brand new stadium. It is real nice. What you say, Jason?
It's been a long time since Dan the Man played basketball in Minnesota. Okay. And he might still have a
but he
relationship.
loved the Vikings,
It's been a long time. Okay. If he grew his hair, a lot of it, I'm sure, is gray at this point. So anyway, I'm not going with Minnesota. I'm going with Green Bay. I told y'all.
Is Kirk Cousins still a quarterback?
Say again?
Is Kirk Cousins still a quarterback?
Yeah.
But Kirk can knock himself out. Come on, who we got? We got the Bears, we got the Lions,
Green Bay.
We got the Packers, we got the Vikings. I guess all three of us going with Green Bay.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Green Bay, Absolutely. Green Bay. What about the NFC South? The NFC South. Wow. Come on, man. When you start talking about the NFC South, man, you're talking about who? You're talking about the Buccaneers, for one. You're talking about the Falcons without Julio. You're talking about the Carolina Panthers, and you're talking about the New Orleans Saints. Who you got, LA? Who you got?
I'm going with the Buccaneers. I mean,
wow.
I mean, Tom Brady, they say he the GOAT. So the offense is always clicking. I mean, I think you got to look out for Antonio Brown. I think he'll have a breakout season. He's trying to secure that bag. So he's going to be wide open. Brady's going to be, hopefully, you can still throw it to him. At what year is this for Brady? 19 or 20? I mean, it's like.
It's 37.
So I'm going with the Bucks.
Who you got, Jason? Who you got?
I'm very tempted to go with the Saints. Don't ask me why. I like what I'm seeing. I like that my man is getting a chance down there to finally step up.
We talking about Winston?
Yeah, man. Sure. I like the fact that he's getting the opportunity. I think that offense suits him. I think it's a good situation. I think he's got a great coach. But ultimately, I think Tampa Bay is going to be a bit of a juggernaut this year.
Wow. Ain't throwing no love towards the Carolina Panthers?
Nope.
Who?
Nope.
Carolina Panthers.
Who?
Nope.
NFC South, y'all. Talk back to me. The Falcons, the Panthers, the Saints, or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Man, as bad as I want to not say this, man, you know what? I got to go with the Bucks too. I'm telling you, I got to go with the Bucks. But you know what? Everything good comes out of the NFC East. Oh, Lord. Come on, y'all. You know it does. Come on. Where was the star? The star was from the East. Come on, y'all. And in the East, come on. Here it is. You got the Dallas Cowboys. You got New York Giants. You got the Philadelphia Eagles. And then, of course, you got that Washington football team that still ain't got no name. Talk back to me, y'all. Who you got, Jason? Who you got coming out of the East? Who you got?
I'm going to go with the Eagles pass for.
Wow.
My second run-up would have been Washington, but I'm going to go with the Eagles. We got to have somebody who's going to shake things up. That's going to come from out of nowhere and mess up everybody's picks for the year. And you always got to have that. I don't care if it's NCAA tournament. I don't care what it is. You got to have that team that does that. So I'm going to go with Philly and say that they're going to be the team that messes things up, messes everybody's picks up. Everybody. If you don't believe me, just put your picks in the chat so we can record that, and you can say you were right or I was wrong. Thank you very much.
Talk to me, LA. Who you got, man? Who you got, LA?
I'm going with Washington. They got number one defense, and that defense they got is going to be vicious. So you don't even need a quarterback with defense, kind of like the Ravens when we had Ray Lewis and running that edge. It was crazy, and we had he couldn't even pass the ball. So it's like I think it's the same scenario. I mean, I know you count on the Cowboys pass it third, but I think Washington gonna put something on them for real.
Well, defense creates offense. And you're right, Washington. I told you, Washington looked good in the preseason to me. With the little of their starters that they played, they really look good to me. And I know that's a curse. I know that is because you can't like Cowboys and promote Washington. But man, I mean, it is what it is, and they really look good. Of course, man, that league is always, you never know what's going to happen. I mean, you can be 8-8 and go to the playoffs. You just don't know. And again, I just don't know. But of course, I love my boys. So I got my boys coming out of these. I'm sorry.
No suspense whatsoever.
No integrity whatsoever. No integrity in that tape.
Who you got in the West? NFC West. Who you got? You got the Cardinals. You got the Rams. You got San Fran, and you got Seattle Seahawks. Who you got?
I like San Fran. I think they've balanced out on both sides of the football. And I also think Garoppolo is going to do enough of the quarterbacking job that he needs to do. All he's really got to do is stay healthy.
Wow. What you got, LA?
He's one of those guys.
I'm going with the Rams.
Okay.
I think the Rams are going to be a sleeper. And their defense is it's going to be great. You got Ramsey, you got Aaron Donald, and then you add Stafford who can sling the ball. So I just feel like they're going to make some noises here.
Now you start talking about the Rams and I got hot. But anyway, my point I'm making is that in this season, y'all, do not sleep on the boys that's farthest away from anybody, and that's out there in Seattle. I'm telling you, Seattle might do what they are known to do, and that's win the big ball games. Who you got? Talk to me, Manspective. The Cardinals. Anybody talk about the Cardinals? Who you got? The Rams, San Francisco 49ers, Seattle Seahawks. I got the Hawks. Jason, you got who?
49ers.
And Elliot, you got who?
The Rams.
Wow. I'm telling you, man, it's Manspective. Iron sharpening iron. It's about sports, spirituality, and sustainability. On that note, y'all, come on. Who will go 17-0? Come on, talk back to me. Will it be Tampa or will it be KC? Talk at me. Who is going to do it?
Neither one of them is going 17-0.
Nobody.
Neither one of them. And Tampa Bay doesn't want to, because Tom knows what that feels like to get undefeated to the Super Bowl and then lose the big game. He don't want to go undefeated.
LA, talk to me. Who you got 17-0?
I don't think neither going 17-0. I think Tampa can go 14-3. I think Kansas City go 15-2. I mean 15-12. Yeah, 15-2.
Okay.
Wow. Well, you know what? I agree.
He's throwing that.
I don't think nobody going 17-0 either. I really don't. It's too many good players. There's too many good teams. Too many good programs. Too many good coaches. Mm-hmm. But you know what? That's the same way it is about life, man. I guarantee you, man, if you just give yourself another day, the opportunity to do something great is right around the corner. Man, we've loved having you guys with us today. Man, we hope you enjoy the games. Man, on behalf of our pastor, Bishop K. Brown, our executive pastor, Elder Valerie K. Brown, our men's leader up the top, L.A. Hill, and the one and only Jason the Scott. Man, it's been Manspective. Man, we love sharing it with you. And remember, it's just iron sharpening iron. Until the next time, man, church is supposed to change lives. Better vote for them Cowboys. See y'all next time. Peace.